Hey there, this is Chris and I hope you're doing well. And by long-term review, I really do mean just 2 weeks. Sorry for the clickbait, but I must say that I have been using this Sony A5100 for the past 2 weeks and I'm pretty impressed by its performance. So autofocus is pretty snappy compared to some of the other cameras like Ricoh GR3X. Face detection works pretty well, and the size, I must say that the size feels nice for my hands, and I'm 5'5", so I'm not that tall, I'm not that big, so it fits well in my hands. Handling feels good. I do have 3 types of lenses for this. You can pair it up with the kit lens, which looks like this, and then when it's turned off, it will retract and be very small. See, it's very small. And you can also pair this up with the 22mm, and by 22 I really do mean the 20mm Sony 20mm pancake lens f2.8. Very small. And even if you do it with the prime 35, it's actually very small too. 35, very small, right? Yeah, I like it. Hand feels nice in my hands. It is built quite well. I must say that even for a camera that is 10-11 years old, this is still pretty robust. Now, the only drawback is that it doesn't have EVF, it doesn't have a hot shoe, and it lacks buttons. So even for the mode selection, like aperture priority or shutter priority and whatnot, you have to assign maybe one of the buttons here as a shortcut key to access the mode, right? And the mode switch is pretty much the same like what you will find in the Sony ZV-1, ZV-E10, I suppose. No dial at all, right? There's no dials, so that's the drawback. But because I have a shortcut button here that can access the mode switch, so I don't think there's a loss there. Yeah, camera, pretty snappy as I mentioned. Put in a decent lens on this, like the 35mm f1.8, and you can get great pictures with lots of bokeh. And video is full HD. Let me see how many megabits is that. Yeah, 24p, 50 megabits. Not too bad. I mean, my Sony A6700 can shoot 10-bit 422. This one is pretty basic, but let's check it out and see what basic actually means. So this is the Sony A5100 Full HD 25 frames per second. Vlogging arm's length away. The camera is arm's length away from my face, and I'm just walking around. This has the lens itself is a kit lens, 18-55 at f3.5. It has optical stabilization. So how does it look like? And this is me recording on using the built-in microphone. So what do you think? All right, with the flip up screen, it is pretty good to hold in your hands to just vlog like that. Granted, you need to use the 20mm or the kit lens so that you are in view. 35mm is just too narrow, so it's not going to be able to focus on your face, so that's silly. But the 35mm is great for taking pictures of kids, of people. You can use it in street photography. This is quite a good focal length. It's actually the 50mm equivalent, full frame equivalent, so pretty nice. So apart from the drawbacks of no EVF, no hot shoe, simple to use, quite decent quality video, I think this is a pretty good budget setup for anybody who wants to get started in photography or even videography. Now the battery on this is the same one that you can find on the A6400, 6300, 6500. It actually can last quite long on the 5100 because it's a simple camera. And yeah, I can use this on as a daily camera, and the battery can probably last me about a week, so no issues at all. So I hope you enjoyed that video, a quick long-term review of the Sony A5100. Till then, take care and God bless.